For over 50 years, one magazine stood as the ultimate gatekeeper of mainstream beauty, a cultural institution that defined what sexy looked like for generations. The Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue. It was an exclusive club, a pantheon of supermodels whose names became legendary. For decades, the key to entry was a very specific look. But the world began to change. The ground began to shift, and the walls of that exclusive club were about to be shattered by a new kind of star one. With unapologetic curves, a razor-sharp sense of humor, and a will of iron forged in years of hard work. This is the story of the woman who didn't just ask for a seat at the table. She took over the entire room. This is the story of Tabria Majors. Growing up in Nashville, Tennessee, Tabria's early life wasn't one of runways and photo shoots. She was a talented and disciplined musician, a clarinetist who poured her energy into her high school's band. Her dreams were big, and they eventually led her to Los Angeles, but not in the way you might expect. After graduating, she began working as a production assistant, immersing herself in the entertainment industry from behind the scenes. It was here she received a masterclass in how the magic was made. She saw the grueling hours, the creative compromises, and the intense pressure put on the talent. More than anything, she saw the models the very specific, homogeneous look that was in demand. She saw a lane that, by all conventional standards, did not exist for a curvy woman from Tennessee. This vantage point could have been discouraging, but for Tabria, it was empowering. She wasn't just seeing the industry's limitations. She was learning its language, its mechanics, and identifying its weaknesses. Inspired and determined, she began modeling part-time. But her real ascent began where so many modern stars are born, on social media, in a world saturated with carefully curated, often silent models. Tabria stood out by having a loud, vibrant, and hilarious voice. Her platform wasn't just a portfolio of beautiful photos, it was a stage for her personality. She was funny, she was relatable, she was outspoken, and she was unapologetically real. She understood that to build a true following, you had to offer more than just a pretty face. You had to offer a point of view. She created viral moments that showcased her talent beyond posing, most famously her 2017 Halloween tribute to Beyoncé, where she flawlessly recreated iconic scenes from the artist's music videos. The video exploded online, not just because of the stunning visuals, but because it showed her meticulous work ethic, her creativity, and her star power. She wasn't just cosplaying an icon, she was making a statement that she belonged on that same level. With a massive and loyal audience behind her, Tabria set her sights on the institution of Sports Illustrated. It was the final frontier, a symbol that she, and women who looked like her, had truly made it in the mainstream. In 2017, she entered the SI Swim Search competition, a public casting call for new models. While she didn't win the competition that year, she did something far more important. She made an unforgettable impression and mobilized her fan base. The world of Sports Illustrated had now met Tabria Majors, and they wanted more. The brand listened. Recognizing her undeniable star quality and the overwhelming public demand, they brought her back the following year, not as a contestant, but as an official rookie for the 2018 issue. The symbolism was immense. She hadn't just knocked on the door of the exclusive club. She had built her own army, and they had demanded her entry. Her appearance in the magazine was a cultural moment. A curvy, confident, black woman from Tennessee, gracing the iconic pages, photographed with the same reverence and artistry as any supermodel before her. This wasn't just a victory for Tabria, it was a victory for representation. It sent a powerful message across the industry that the definition of beauty was expanding, whether the old guard was ready or not. But for Tabria, this was never the finish line. It was just the beginning. She returned to the magazine in subsequent years, cementing her status not just as a one-time diversity pick, but as a bankable, recurring star. But to define Tabria Majors simply by her modeling career is to miss the point entirely. She leveraged her newfound fame to build a multifaceted brand. She co-launched a podcast, The Thick, with her friend Mindy J, creating a space for frank, hilarious, and insightful conversations about dating, confidence, sex, and navigating the world as curvy women. The podcast revealed another layer of her brand. She was not just someone to be looked at, but someone to be listened to. She became an entrepreneur, collaborating on and launching her own swimwear collections. Her goal was to solve the problems she had faced for years, designing suits that were both incredibly sexy and genuinely supportive for a range of body types. She was no longer just modeling the fashion, she was creating it. What makes Tabria's brand of sexy so compelling is that it's rooted in joy and confidence. It's not a quiet, demure sensuality. It's loud, proud, and often playful. She radiates a sense of complete comfort and fun in her own skin, which is perhaps the most attractive quality of all. Her philosophy is that sexy isn't a restrictive box you must fit into. It's a feeling, a mindset you can access at any time. It's about owning your power, celebrating your body for what it can do, and never, ever shrinking yourself down to make other people feel more comfortable. This message resonated deeply, turning her from an influencer into a true leader. From a production assistant observing from the sidelines to a celebrated star on the cover of magazines, Tabria Majors has fundamentally changed the conversation around beauty and sex appeal. She didn't wait for the industry to deem her worthy. She built an audience so massive, so engaged, and so loyal that the industry had no choice but to follow her lead. She showed the world that you don't need to be invited to the party to become its biggest star. Sometimes you just have to show up and build a better one. What do you find most inspiring about Tabria's confidence? Let us know in the comments below. If you were inspired by her incredible journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories about the icons who are rewriting the rules. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.